Hey everyone, this is Black Cat. Um, I had this woman this morning told me that I'm color struck. Let me let you know what happened. I was sitting outside or waiting outside my daughter's school, for a ride to, take me back home. And while I was waiting, this beautiful man walked by me and asked me, do I have the time? And I told him. He said thank you. Then he went inside the school. A few minutes later, came back out, and he asked me, could he sit down next to me? And I said sure. You know, he introduced himself to me, and I told him, my name, and we just started talking. Um, a few minutes later, he left, and there is this woman sat down, you know, next to me also after he left, and he's like, she asked me, well, wow, oh, do you like men like that? Do you go for men like that? And I'm like, well, he is attractive, and I have dated in the past, you know, Latinos, Puerto Rican men, and I've also dated, black men. And she's like, well, you're a black woman, so you should have you ever dated all black men, light skin, dark skin? I said, well, my preference, I've never dated a dark skinned man, you know. I've always dated men of my skin complexion or maybe a little lighter than I am. And yes, I have dated, like I said, Spanish speaking men. It's just my preference. And she said, well, you're being color struck. You're color struck. So I'm like, okay, I've been called that before. And it's like, I know who I'm attracted to. You know, how can you? This is just my preference. It's what I'm like, what I like. It's what I'm attracted to. You know, and it kind of bothered me a little bit. I kind of like brushing it off. And this woman just don't know me. From anybody. And just said, well, you're color straight. You should date all black men, just not the pretty boys. I'm like, lady, look. I don't know how this conversation even started up like this, but, you know, I know what I'm attracted to. And look around. There's interracial relationships everywhere in the world. I mean, come on. You've got Asians dating blacks. You've got Spanish speaking people dating whites and Spanish speaking people dating blacks. Black and white, whatever. You know, but like I said, the lady, it kind of got under my skin a little bit, and I was like, oh, this woman here, ooh. But I love my black men, but like some women date prefer. Some of them have their own preference too. Someone won't date a dark skinned woman. Someone would date, a woman of my complexion or maybe a little lighter. Someone would date white women, whatever. You know, but yeah, I just wanted to just I guess release some anger, if you will, rant a little bit, vent. But you know, she just said color struck. I'm like, well, you know what? If that what the definition of the word color struck is, okay, I'm color struck. But well, she just kind of pissed me off. She said, well, you should date all black men. How you do not know me? How can you stand or sit there and tell me who I should date? You know what I mean? You don't know me. But I just needed to vent a little bit. I was waiting for my girlfriend to call, and she usually calls around this time, but she hasn't called yet. So I just needed to vent a little bit. Hey, I'm not. I don't think. I'm. Well, you know what? I take that back. As I've looked over the, you know, during my high school years and my adult life, you know, I have dated men, like I said, you know, around my complexion, a little lighter than I am. But it's just my preference. You know, everybody's got their own preference, who they're attracted to, who they're not attracted to. So, I don't, you know, look at it as being a big deal. I mean, it's 2010, people. I mean, look around you. You know, there's people dating whoever, you know, and for you to still be stuck on it as, you know, we should, you know, stick in our own race or date our own race, and, you know, come on. You can't tell people who, you know, not to fall in love with or not to be attracted to because, oh, they're not, you know, your race or whatever. But I just needed to get that out, you know, rant, you know, because it really pissed me off, you know. My family is really is multi diverse, you know, from my mom's side of family to my father's side. You know, my baby's father, you know, he's Latino. I mean, we have a beautiful daughter. So, you know, I don't see the problem. I hadn't in the past, and I don't see it now. You can't tell people, you know, who not to fall in love with or who not to date. It's 2010. Get over it. Later.